Hi guys, hope you're doing well. So I had like a bit of a eureka moment last night as I was going to bed, and I was thinking about the bot, the sentiment bot that we've been developing for a few years now. I think it's probably been about 3-4 years, I think. And the reason why we're having like mixed results, we have some positive weeks, we have negative weeks. We have like a mixed week, then we have a break-even week, then we have a loss week, and it's never really we never get like solid results. We always have like a string of wins or strings of losses, and it seems a little bit random. Now the reason for that is our entry is suboptimal, and I want to show you why. Come to the Euro USD. So here's a good example, right? So for example, we would have the trigger to enter at the volume delta or positioning flip or whatever, but entering as they enter doesn't make much sense because they're not going to get squished instantly. They're not going to get reversed by the banks or the market makers straight away. They're going to get rinsed over a period of time to maximize that liquidity, right? So us entering as they enter doesn't make much sense. It's better that we trade when they get exhausted. Okay, and we saw an exhaustion point here. So that's what we've been doing wrong. We've been entering at the wrong place. We've been entering when they've been entering, but they're not going to be wrong straight away. It doesn't make sense. You know, they may even be right straight away. And so this is what I want to do. I want to do a twofold test. I want to see what happens at the entry point, but join them, but have a trading stop so we're out quick. Secondly, I want to test the exhaustion point, which is our optimal entry. This is suboptimal because they're not going to get squished straight away. In fact, if anything, they're going to get rewarded so they stay in the casino. Okay? So it's quite a big thing, quite a big realization that I just had last night. So hopefully that makes sense. So, you know, we're not really necessarily expecting them to be wrong straight away. They'll be wrong over a period of time. But us entering at that place is bonkers because we'll probably end up getting chopped up. Whether or not they get paid or rewarded, paid or, you know, punished, we may get chopped up too. So that's the thing. So we just have to enter at the extremities. So when we are very long or very, very short, we should see exhaustion, and that's what we'll do. So I'm going to be doing some testing. I'm going to go do some forward tests and join the crowd, but we're going to get trading stopped out quick, so we're not going to join them for too long. We're just going to enter with them, knowing that they're probably going to get rewarded so they stay in the casino. And secondly, maybe in a couple of weeks I'll have to develop an extremity algo where we enter at the extreme points, and then we can see the reduction of the bears is bearish. When they add to their bearish bets, it's bullish. Anyway, that's how that works. So hopefully that makes sense. We had basically, in a nutshell, is that we had a very suboptimal entry, and we need to enter perhaps at their exhaustion points and maybe even join them as they get rewarded. If you've ever been to a casino, when you sit in front of the fruit machine, you'll have a big win, and then you remain sat in your chair as you put your money in the machine over a period of 24 hours, 48 hours. Then you realize you've lost all your money, and then that's how that works. So that's what I think we'll do. We'll join them, and we'll get out quick, and then going forward in a couple of weeks we'll be testing these extremity points, and that's what we were doing wrong. Now I remember a few years ago we had some testers, and they were saying to me, Dave, if you reverse the bubbles, it's actually profitable very, very short term. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And I just thought it was like a strange, a strange effect of the market. But what it could be that they're just, insensitized to stay in the casino, and so they remain in that position and even add to that position, because if they get more confident, they're going to increase their sizes. So that's what I'm thinking we'll do. So I've already made the change in the bot, and we're going to join them to see how that goes. And I recommend having a trailing stop in the EA, so we don't join them for too long. Just I join them for how long it takes, maybe half an hour, maybe an hour, maybe even 4 hours, and then we'll just exit. And so that's the complete eureka moment we've had with the bot. Okay, so don't enter necessarily when they enter, because it doesn't make much sense. Enter at their extremity points, but perhaps even enter with them knowing that they're going to stay in the casino. And that's the video there.